Good evening, guys. We are continuing with the percentages problems in this video also. So here this video is completely deals with percentage increase or decrease concept. So I'm giving you a formula, basic formula, so which are going to use in this video is percentage increase or percentage decrease. Formula will be final value minus initial value by initial value into 100 or percentage more or percentage less, the same formula I'll write in this way, difference by base value into 100. So these are the formulas which we are going to use here, but it's not like every time I'm going to use these formulas. So this will try. Okay, so let's see the question. A salary is 20% lower than B salary, which is 15% lower than C salary. By how much percent is C's salary more than A? So here C's salary is comparing with A's salary. So whatever the thing that comes after than, this will be our base value. So this will be our base value. So remember it. So now we'll see. So A's salary dependent on B and B's salary dependent on C. So I'm going to assume C's salary first. So we can solve this problem in this way. Else I'll go in this way, guys. So let's say A salary, B salary ratio I'm going to take. A salary dependent on B. So if I assume B salary is 100, A salary is 20% lower than 100, which is 80. So which is 80. So A by B is 80 by 100, and similarly B by C, where B salary is 15% less than C's salary. So let's say if you have assumed as 100, B salary will be 85. So that's it. Now I need A by C ratio. So what I can do, I can multiply the both so that the common term B will be cancelled out. So 24s, 25s, and then sorry, 24s and 25s. So 5 ones, 5 17s, 4 ones, 4 25s. So I got A is to C ratio 17 is to 25. So assume A equals to 17, C is equals to 25. So apply this formula. So C salary more than A salary will be C minus A by A into 100. So C minus A is 8 by 17 into 100. So here clearly we know that 17 threes is 51, and so this will be somewhere around nearly 6 times. It will be 8648, and here we have rounded it off. It is actually 5 point something. So our answer will be less than 48. So our answer will be 47 point something. This will be our final answer for this question. So I hope you understood this. Let me move on with the next problem. So yeah, so this is a problem, guys. A landowner increased the length and the breadth of a rectangular plot by 10% and 20% respectively. Find the percentage change in the cost of the plot, assuming the land prices are uniform. Okay, let me solve this question simple way. Let's say there is a rectangle plot. So this is a rectangle plot. So I'm assuming area as 100. So next what happened? There's the actual rectangular plot and length increased by 10%. So the area also will increase by 10%. So that will be how much? 10% of 100, which is 10, which is 110. Now after what happened? So not only length is increased, now breadth was also increased. So breadth was increased by how much percent? 20%. So that means the area covered will be again, it will also increase by 20%. So 20% of 110, which is 22. So 110 plus 22, 132. So initial it is 100, now it is 132. So clearly there is a rise of 32%, but there is no options that option 32 here. So I'll go with the option none of this. I hope you understand this. So try to understand the method what I've done here so that it will be useful for you. Let me go with eighth problem. So here these are the very common problems which you come across in your exams, guys. So please concentrate a little bit uh, here. So Mr. Abhimanyu Banerjee is worried about the balance of his monthly budget. Price of petrol has increased by 40%. By what percent should he reduce the consumption of petrol so that he is able to balance his budget? Okay, guys, simple. We know expenditure is equals to price into consumption. Keeping consumption constant. Keeping consumption constant. That means you are buying this. Let's say when compared with the previous month, petrol price has been raised, and this month also you are consuming the same amount of petrol. You are buying same amount of petrol. Will your expenditure also rise? Yes. So how if petrol price is increased by 10%, your expenditure also will increase by 10%. If it is increased by 20, then your expenditure also will increase by 20 when you buy same liters of petrol. So using this concept, I'm going to solve this problem. So this is the thing which I'm going to use. Let's say your initial expenditure is 100 rupees. As petrol price raised by 40%, so then obviously your expenditure also will increase by 40%, which is 140. But actually you don't want to spend 140 rupees. You need to spend what it is told so that he is able to balance his budget. That means you are going with the same amount. So that means your expenditure now also should be 100 only. That means if price is expenditure equals to price into consumption. So if price expenditure is constant, then obviously consumption, the number of liters which you buy should decrease. Then only you can spend the same amount this month also. So now 140 should get back to 100. So how much you need to reduce? Minus 40. So upon what? 140. So percentage reduction of consumption equals to 40 by on what? 140 times 100. So which is 2 by 7 times 100. 2 by 7 is 28.57 percentage. So I hope you understood this thing, guys. Because of price increased by 40%, it became to 140, but you don't want to spend 140 rupees, you need to spend only 100 rupees. So that means you need to reduce your cost by 40 rupees. How? By reducing your consumption. So minus 40 upon 140 into 100. So let me go with the next problem. Yeah, this question is also depending on the previous question. In the previous question, you had spent same amount, but here, just look at here. In the above question, if Mr. Banerjee want to limit the increase of his expenditure to 5% on his basic expenditure. So, previous problem, let's say expenditure is 100. Price increased by 40%. So that means your expenditure would be expenditure would be 140. But it's not 140. You don't want to spend 140, but you want to spend here increase by 5%, which means out of 100 you are increasing 5%. So that means you want to spend 105 rupees. So because of price increase, it became 140, but you want to spend only 105. That means how much is the difference here? 35 is the difference. So on this, so your percentage reduction in consumption is 35 by 140 into 100. So it's clearly seen 35 to 70 and 35 fours. So ones, fours, 35 ones, 35 fours. 1 by 4 into 100 is 25 percentage reduction in consumption. I hope you are understanding this problem. But if you are unable to understand this method, please let me know in the comments box so that I'll give you another idea on the way of explanation. So the answer for this question is 25%. So let me go with the 10th problem. So this is also a little interesting question, guys. Ram sells his goods 25% cheaper than Sham and 25% dearer than Brahm. Okay, how much percentage is Brahm's goods cheaper than Sham? So simple, you need whenever cheaper or dearer or whatever the thing it is given in this way, you need to try to get a ratio between those two persons. Here you need to get a ratio of between Brahm and Sham. So the common person in between them is Ram. So let's say Ram sells his goods 25% cheaper than Sham. So can I say that 25% cheaper means can I say that Ram is selling 75% of Sham's price? That's it. And similarly, Ram is selling 25% dearer than Ram, which means 25% dearer than means can I say Ram is selling 100% plus 25, 125% of Brahm. They both are same, right? So 75% of yeah. So 75% of 75% is nothing but I can okay, 75% of Sham equals to 125% of Brahm. So 0 0. So it would be Sham to Brahm equals to 125 by 75, where we got a ratio Sham to Brahm equals to 5 is to 3. And we already know here Brahm's goods cheaper than Sham. So cheaper than, so Sham will be the base value. Here we need to calculate percentage change. So we know percentage change formula is difference by base value into 100. Difference is 2. Here the base value is Sham, which is 5 into 100. So 2 by 5 is 40%. So I can say Brahm's goods are 40% cheaper than Sham. I hope you understood the percentage change formula problems. So let me come up with the one more video with the other related problems in this case. And just post your comment whether you understood this concept in this method or not. If you are unable to understand this, let me come up with a new idea. Thank you.